Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the 2018 anti-hero, I suppose you could say, rather than superhero, movie Venom. A movie that is interestingly getting so much positive and negative buzz. I find it quite fascinating, to be honest. The audience reaction to this is far better than the critical reaction to this, is what I can gauge from it. And from my perspective, after seeing this film, what do I think of Venom? Well, I've got to say, guys, I had a bloody good time with this film. I had a lot of fun watching this film. Do I think it's perfect? God, no. Do I think there are problems with this film? Absolutely. But ultimately, I had fun watching this film. I really, really did. And what is this film about? Well, this is an origin story for Venom. Now, I'm presuming you know who Venom is, but at the beginning of the movie there is a spacecraft that crash lands that's carrying some symbiote, like these alien creatures. There's an escape. Jumps forward a couple of months, we meet Tom Hardy, who's Eddie Brock, who's a reporter, investigative reporter. He gets under the skin of this bigwig at this huge corporation, loses his job, loses his girlfriend, played by Michelle Williams. He's down on his luck, and then he continues to investigate this bigwig at this corporation, and unfortunately he gets infected by one of these symbiotes that turns out to be Venom. And then there's, all sorts of things go off, lots of action, lots of humour, lots of fun, lots of CGI, all that kind of stuff. And that you probably guess where the story's going, really. One of the weaknesses of this film is its paint by numbers story. It's a very, very predictable film. With a generic bad guy that isn't particularly interesting, the kind that we've seen many, many times before. And the story, like I say, we've seen it all before, this kind of thing. Nothing special about it. In fact, it's too rushed. The script isn't very good, the screenplay is not very good, and it all feels a little bit rushed, like they just wanted to get on with it. What saves this film for me is Tom Hardy. There's been a lot of buzz about his performance, some absolutely raving about it, some not so keen on it, think it's a bit too off kilter. For me, I think he absolutely nails it. I think he took a risk with this character and it absolutely paid off. I found his performance totally invigorating. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really a lot of fun, his performance. He was constantly on edge. It's just, you have to watch it to understand it, and it is kind of one of those performances you'll either appreciate or you won't. If you're wanting a more serious approach taken with this character, Eddie Brock and Venom, you probably won't like it. But at the end of the day, guys, this is a superhero movie or an anti-superhero movie. I don't want to watch something serious. I don't. I want to go to the cinema and have fun with what I'm watching, and this film delivers on that. Despite the generic plot, despite the generic bad guy, and a lot of other generic stuff that's in here, the performance with Tom Hardy, and especially his interactions with Venom, which apparently he voices as well, is just gold. It's golden, guys, and I absolutely loved it. If it wasn't for Tom Hardy in this role, if someone else had been cast and had gone down a more generic, predictable route with the Eddie Brock Venom character, then this film would probably have been a huge failure, in my opinion. It saved it for me, and it made it constantly watchable, and I really, really found his performance entertaining and laughed out loud many times watching this film with his performance. It was great. I really liked it. So the effects were pretty good. I was a bit worried after watching the trailers that the effects didn't look finished and they didn't look particularly impressive, but I don't have any complaints with the effects in this movie. I thought the effects were fine. It does get a bit messy by the end, absolutely it does, and a bit hard to follow in regards to the action scenes and all the CGI they put on screen. But yeah, guys, I've got to say, I kind of an issue with this film. It felt a bit dated. It felt like it was 10 years old almost, and it had this strange look about it, almost a clinical look about it. It felt, I don't know, it felt very clinical. It didn't. I think they needed to add more colour and make the film match Tom Hardy's performance almost. But they don't. A lot of people are complaining about this should have been R-rated, and apparently there is an R-rated cut out there that they could have done, but they've cut a lot out. From my perspective, I understand why they didn't go down the R-rated route. Really, really, I do. I understand why they didn't do it. I've got a 12-year-old son who adores Venom. If this had been R-rated, he couldn't have watched this film. I wouldn't have let him if it had been too much. I won't let him watch Deadpool yet. He's 12. It's too much. It's too grown up. So I think I understand why they wanted to make this accessible for everybody. So I don't really have a complaint in regards to the PG-13 rating, but I can understand why people are saying or demanding that there should have been an R rating. Maybe we'll get an R rated cut on the Blu-ray when it's released. Maybe so. For me, guys, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 this film, mainly because I did enjoy this film. I had a lot of fun watching this film, and for me, with a movie like this that I don't think should be taken too seriously, if you're leaving the cinema with a smile on your face thinking about how much fun you've had watching that film, it has delivered on what it's supposed to do in regards to a movie like this. So from my perspective, guys, don't go in there trying to take this movie too seriously. You won't enjoy it if that's the case. Go in there and just have fun with it, and you'll probably enjoy it far more. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review, and thank you very much for watching. Hi, this is just a quick message from me to thank you very much for watching this video and for checking out the channel. Please do me a huge favour and click that like button. Please leave as many comments as you like on the videos, and of course don't forget to click that subscribe button. And if you do click that subscribe button, click the notification bell as well, so that you never miss out on any content that I put up on YouTube. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time on Screen Stars.